Here we go. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our team update call, our team update, virtual update call. And so I am Ann Brown on the line all the way from Accokeek, Maryland. And we're going to get started with some kudos, shout outs, and high fives like we always do. So this is an opportunity for you to give some kudos to someone else or even pat yourself on the back. So give yourself, so this is the time to hear for us to hear what you have going on in your business and what did you accomplish. This is the time for you to be proud of what you're doing in your business. So do you have any kudos, shout outs, and high fives out there?
I have a kudos and shout out to me. I was on my way, well, I was actually seeing my mom and I got a phone call. So I called the person back when I got in my car. And well, she sent me a text and said the young lady wanted to get my information. So I was like, okay. So she sent her my information and I called her and we talked. And I'm driving down the road and we're talking. So I sent her the flyer for tonight and at 7 with Michelle. And she was like, I'm gonna get on. And she was initially gonna just get on just to see the opportunity. That was her initial visit, just to see the opportunity. And then I was like, well, you can see it tonight and then just come back Tuesday. And lo and behold, when I saw her on the Zoom, that was the first time I had actually seen her. Today was the first time I ever talked with her, period. And she's
Wow.
coming in on Friday. She is so excited.
Well,
Yeah.
see, so, you know, again, that goes back to some will, so what? Some won't, so what? Because
Hmm.
who you think will, won't, and who you think won't, will. And it
Yeah.
also goes to what Dr. Coakley was, and also Delvey was talking about, in that it doesn't really take a long time. If a person is
Hmm.
ready, it doesn't take a long time. They're ready to go and get started. So you don't have to do a whole lot of follow up and that kind of stuff if the person is
Hmm.
ready. So
Right.
that's great. Congratulations. What a great
Thank
story.
you.
What a great story. Awesome. Just keep dripping on her.
Oh, I
Definitely.
am. This is my year
There you go.
to
You right.
give
There
Nash
you go.
Community College my retirement notice.
Oh, I know that's right. I know
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
gotta retire from there so I can work my business.
There you
Yeah,
go. I know. I
yeah.
know. Well, congratulations. Awesome. That's awesome. Way to go. I'm so proud of you. Anybody
Thank
else?
you.
Any kudos, shout outs, and high fives? Well, I want to give kudos, shout outs, and high fives to Miss Alicia. That's actually that Alicia Monday. She's been sending people to watch this web. And so she has been working her business, and I think she has someone that's interested. We just need to follow up with her. And so I just want to give her kudos, shout outs, and high fives. Want to give kudos, shout outs, and high fives to Miss Michelle Thomas. If you've seen the flyer she put together, that presentation today was amazing. And just the way she's showing up and doing what she needs to do to win is absolutely amazing as well. Want to give kudos, shout outs, and high five to Miss Michelle McDaniel, who has truly been showing up on these presentations and offering her testimonies and just really being consistent and also very, very supportive. And not only for that, but for our weekly business reception as well. And you will find her at the door. She's always helpful and always willing to lend a hand. Want to give kudos, shout outs, and high fives to Miss Willa Watson. I know we can't see her face, but Miss Willa has been coming to the weekly business reception. She has been talking to people about her business. She has a brand new trip that she's planned on the books, and she's really working her business as well. Definitely want to give a kudos, shout outs, and high fives to Miss Iantha Green and also Mr. Sam Green. Miss Iantha Green has been showing up consistently. You always hear her on the calls. She's definitely in the place to get the information. And speaking of being in the place to get the information, want to give kudos, shout outs, and high fives to Mr. David Lewis, who actually represented our team at Red Carpet. And so, with that being said, I wanted to give him the floor to give us an update of what happened at Red Carpet.
Well, good evening. I apologize that I don't have my notes from the weekend that I can go over, so it's going to have to be off of muscle memory. Like I was saying earlier, I've slept since then, so I've forgotten a lot. But all in all, it was a fabulous opportunity to be at the corporate office. If you haven't had the opportunity to go there, of course, I highly recommend it. There's a lot of new construction that's still going on, and Dr. Coakley was saying that ultimately plan is to when the construction phase is over, it's going to be available for all business associates to be able to stop by there when you're in the St. Louis area, to be able to bring guests in and to, as you know, see the corporate office firsthand. So that was very exciting. A lot of great things. The building looks really, really well. Um, I know one of the biggest takeaways, and I believe it's on the Winners Win replay, but Dr. Coakley went over his 4Fs: faith, family, finances, and fun, I believe they were. So that was a great takeaway. And then of course they concluded the day with early registration for the upcoming convention in Puerto Rico, scheduled for August 5th and 6th, I believe, of this year, but early August of this year. So I believe registration is probably going to go live pretty soon on our back office. But yeah, so early registration was put out there. Delvey, of course, gave his usual power line teaching, but it was actually more in depth than that he does on Wednesday nights. So that was a real exciting thing, and I'm just scratching at the surface on qualifying for power line. So I'm excited for that. So all right, well that's about it. And again, I apologize for not having more copious notes in front of me, but yeah, it was a great time. And again, the biggest takeaway is if you're in the Wood River area, stop by that corporate office if you haven't seen it already. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. There
I
we
got a
go. It
question.
sounds like it was.
Did they kind of roll out anything? Because this was supposed to be like the first red carpet for Surge. I mean, did they have any heavy hitters or big, big name people there
But
other
yeah,
than Jock
I guess
Johnson?
yeah, Jock Johnson was there, and probably everybody in the room was probably on his team. So, but yeah, it was a pretty full room for the red carpet itself. I was unable to attend the day before for the Trav Manatee one, but I heard there was even more people for that. So that was incredible. Dr. Coakley did point out one of the young ladies that's been with the company since the beginning of time, and explaining the power line and how important it is to sign up in the business. So everybody that signs up after you falls in your numbers. This one lady that's been in the company forever basically has everybody in the company underneath her right now, and as far
Wow.
as the power line goes. So I could only imagine what her number looks like.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna look like.
yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, as far as rolling out anything new, I don't remember anything new from the business side of the house, other than again the corporate office side. And yeah, Jock Johnson was there, and he was scratching at the $100,000 bonus that day, anticipating it happening sometime that day. And I see online that he has reached that goal. So congratulations to him. So over.
Awesome. It's exciting times, exciting times. So glad you were there to represent us and bring that information back. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. And speaking of new announcements, Michelle, you have your hand raised.
Oh yeah, I got on. I didn't jump in time about the kudos, shout outs, and high fives, but yeah, kudos to Dave for showing up there and giving us that update real quick. But I just want to give all the execs who's been showing up to the Zooms on Tuesday and then tonight to Miss Thelma for her guest, Miss Antoinette, for her desk and her pending partnership, and I believe Ann, you and Nick had a guest too this week, or not on Tuesday, or maybe last week. I can't remember. They just seem to go so fast. But all the new partnerships and growth that Team Believe and Succeed is achieving. recently. So that is just awesome. And I just want to give myself kudos and shout outs for the presentation that I was able to do tonight and being able to contribute to that exposure for Rockanice tonight. And for the effort that I've continued to do in talking to people. And I had some pending people and guests, but they fell through for the presentations. But gonna keep going, keep growing, and all roads lead to the power line. All right,
There we
back to
go.
you. Back to you.
There we go. There we go. All
And
right.
I do have one shout out for us. We've been fishing for this guy for a long time, and tomorrow we have an interview with him here at the house, and hopefully we've been fishing and throwing out the rod. He finally caught it, but we got to reel him in. So we're going to be reeling him in. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to be trying to reel him in personally tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. Well,
He
congratulations.
was at the program when we had it in February here in Raleigh.
All right, great.
His family had to leave early, so we've been trying to get him back on task. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, we look forward to meeting him and hopefully welcoming him to the team. And please let us know if you need a three-way or anything as well. Miss Alicia, you have your hand raised.
Yes, kudos to myself and Mr. Vincent Payton. I had a three-way call with a guest on Monday evening. And as of this morning, she had a baby boy about 5 o'clock this morning. And she's decided, she said when she gets home, she's going to sign up.
All right. All right. Congratulations.
Weekend, she'll be signed up.
All right. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's great activity. Great activity. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Anybody else have any kudos, shout outs, and high fives? All right. Well, I want to thank
Mr.
everybody.
Sam, was that the gentleman who was the pastor that was at the event?
Yes.
What was his name?
Atkinson. Last name was Atkinson.
That's not the Jamaican guy. It was the one that bought the Jamaican guy.
No, he wasn't neither one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of tall, slim fella.
Oh, your frat brother.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Got you. The one you got.
If he signs up, he's gonna really be my frat brother.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right, all right. Well, there you have it. There you have it. I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. I'm loving everybody putting forth the effort to go out and absolutely make it happen. So kudos, shout out to high fives to everybody who's obviously working your business and making it happen. All right. Well, we're gonna now transition to Mr. Nick Brown. Nick Brown, did you have any updates or announcements for us tonight?
Yep, I do. Does anybody on the line remember that there was a group that was called the Avengers that we had? Was anybody familiar with that?
Sounds familiar.
Okay. Well, there's no longer an Avengers group anymore. Dr. Coakley has identified key leaders in the company to be part of what's called his winning circle, and we have been blessed to be invited to be a part of that, and that's all due to our growth, our consistency, and our team always showing up and being there and just leading from the front. You guys know that we were one of the first director teams that started having a weekly meeting, and that's kind of snowballed now. And as part of the director's agreement, in order to be a director, they all have to have a weekly meeting. So the other directors are now building that up. So we had our first winner's circle meeting this past Monday, just to get to know who were all the people that were on it, and kind of like the marching orders that Dr. Coakley wants us to do moving forward. So just know that we are truly now in the winner's circle. We already kind of had Dr. Coakley's ear, but now we're even in a deeper circle with everything that's going on and have more access to him. So As we start to get more information, we will send it out to you. And please, please make sure that you get it out to your team so it comes down to us. Then we share it with you, and then it's your job to share it with your team. And one other thing, like Dave said, the actual registration for the International Convention in Puerto Rico, which is going to be August 6th through 8th, that's Wednesday through Saturday, has not come out in the back office yet, but should be sometime this week. But unlike Cancun, where they blocked out a block of rooms, you are on your own getting your room. It's going to be in the Sheraton San Juan Convention Center. Well, the San Juan Convention Center, and it's the Sheraton Casino and Hotel that's connected to that, which is what they recommend that we do. And they said based on just like any place else, there's certain areas in San Juan you want to stay in and certain that you don't. And they highly recommend suggested that we do not get any Airbnbs. Although you may see something online that says it's pretty nice, you might not be familiar with the area. And they definitely said that you pay for what you get. So that being said, you may want to stay in a hotel that's close to the convention center to be able to have a nice convention experience. So we don't want anybody to get caught up. Just like when we went to Brazil, and a lot of people who went over to Rio, some didn't stay in areas where they should have stayed. So we don't want that to happen to us in Puerto Rico. So there should be a list that's coming out here pretty soon, but you can do your due diligence and just look up San Juan Convention Center, and it shows the immediate hotels that are right around that. And Ann and I plan on registering when the registration link comes out and get in the Sheraton Hotel and Casino if it's available to us. So that's what we have going on right now, being invited to that. And like we said, as we get the updates and everything, we'll definitely share them with you. And I believe wholeheartedly that we were invited to be in that circle because of you guys, your support, the way our team is growing and our team members are showing up and showing out at the events. And we just want to say thank you guys for all that you do to help elevate the team, which elevates us to then be able to be in that position to be there directly with Dr. Coakley, Delvia, and Clint Tomer. So thank you guys as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Nick Brown. So it's very important that you're on this call because our meetings are on Mondays. And so anything we find out, we will be sharing it on this call. And so make sure that you on this call, that you have your teams on this call. And if they can't get on this call, make sure they're listening to the recording to get the updates from our corporate offices. And so that's basically it. We also have our business reception on tomorrow night, Thursday night. There is another weekly meeting in Brian Austin and Barbara Boone and Denise Boone have started a weekly meeting in the DC metropolitan area. So those that are in our area, you have the option of inviting to the DC meeting. I just caution that especially for someone that's new, I just caution that as you have multiple meetings, make sure your guests are prepared. If you're not going to be there, make sure your guests are prepared and make sure that they know not to sign up with anybody else other than you, because you just don't want your guests to go to the meeting, get excited, and end up on someone else's team. And I know that we've had that happen to us. I know Vince has had that happen to him. And so that it's real and it can happen. So make sure if you are sending people to another meeting, make sure that they know not to sign up with anyone other than you. And also make sure they know who you are, and to tell the person that they were invited by you. And so as Dr. Coakley wants us to have more weekly meetings, more travel parties, he wants to start seeing things on the books. It's just very important that we remind our team that, hey, if you send it somewhere, if you out posting these flyers and someone shows up and they don't know, someone goes to the event and they don't know that you invited them, then if they get ready, they could basically end up on someone else's team. So it's so important that that we actually have those personal connections with our prospects when you want them to invite them to something. On that note, tomorrow we have our weekly reception, and Brenda Harding, who is a retired nurse from the Veteran Administration Hospital, and she actually is a $10,000 bonus earner. She has a team growing nationwide. She's also at one of the most recent Powerline bonus recipients here in the DMV. She actually is the sponsor of Jock Johnson. So as you can, her team is really, really exploding. And she's just a really great person, loves to have fun, loving heart. She will be our featured presenter tomorrow. So definitely, if you can't come, you want to send your guests, anybody that if you're not in the DMV area, make sure you call somebody and say, hey, you got to try to get to this event, because it's an opportunity to actually grow your team. We are going to have other, Nick and I will be there, which will be another Powerline bonus recipients. Vincent Payton he's going to try to get there, maybe a little late, but he's going to try to get there as well. So we should have at least 3 bonus recipients, Powerline bonus recipients, so they can feel the energy, hear the testimonies, and actually meet those people who actually hit the power line. I'm not sure if William will be there. I'm not sure if he will be there. I haven't confirmed, but he's also a bonus recipient as well, a Powerline bonus recipient. So it's so important that you come on out, and it's going to be high energy. It's going to be a lot of money in the room. And so you definitely want to get your guests out to feel that energy and to get started. Nick Brown, were there any other announcements?
Nope, that's all I had.
Okay, I want to piggyback off of what Michelle Thomas was saying, that we really appreciate the way our team has been showing up on our Tuesday night virtual presentations, because I know that the live presentations are just for people here in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, but the virtual presentation, anybody can participate. And so I just really I've seen the numbers grow, and people, the faces and the testimonies, the number of executives have been growing per week of people who actually are there, whether you have a guest or not, you're there to support. And I want you to know how much we appreciate that, and how much that means when a guest gets on the line and they see so many faces. It definitely makes a difference. So I just want to thank everybody who's been getting on the virtual presentations on Tuesdays. Okay, I think that's basically it. Nick Brown, did anybody have any issues, questions, comments, or concerns? Did everybody understand what Nick was saying in terms of, if you're planning to go to convention, the hotel will be on your own? Did everybody understand that?
Yes.
Was I the only one who got that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll share this. When I was looking it up, there were some rooms, like I say, unlike Cancun, where we had like a payment system, there were a block of rooms at the Sheraton that you could pay at the resort if that was something that you wanted to do.
Okay.
So that might be an option for somebody if you want to do that. If not, then when you go to book it, you're gonna have to pay it all at one time.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, well, other than that, we just we didn't really have any training. We just wanted to get together and share the information and let you know that we are going to be having these calls with Dr. Coakley on Mondays. And so it's very important that you and your team get on this call on Wednesday, because we will be sharing whatever he shares with us. We will be sharing with you guys. And so we want you to be the first to know any updates, any changes, or anything that are coming out of these meetings. And so now we have about 5 minutes, and I wanted to see if there were any issues, questions, comments, or concerns out there. Did anybody have any issues, questions, comments, or concerns? Want to definitely call out Miss Tammy Morrow. Have not seen her in a while. Miss Tammy, how you doing?
She and James.
Hey, Miss Tammy and Mr. James, how y'all doing?
Oh, fine.
We're doing good.
Doing good.
Good. All right. Well, I wanted to say thank y'all for jumping on the line, and it sounds like you guys have a lot going on, and so glad to have you on the line tonight. And so, Michelle, did you have your hand raised? Did you have another question or comment?
Yes, I did. So you mentioned that the winter circle is you have that call or meeting on Monday. So does this supersede your director's call? Do you still have a separate director's call
No,
as well?
no, no. Okay, there's no director's call. This is the call.
Okay, because I used to have that on Mondays, right?
Well, we haven't had a director's
Well,
call in quite a
right.
while.
Okay.
We started having a director's call, then that turned into the Avengers
It
call.
turned into the Avengers call.
And
Okay.
that's what Nick was saying, that there's no longer an Avengers call.
Right, got that.
Now, Dr. Coakley is calling the winner circle. And so it's a winner circle call. It's
a small group of leaders.
It's a very small group of leaders.
Is it comprised of only directors?
It's a small group of leaders. No, it's comprised of directors, ambassadors, and people who are not directors.
Okay. Okie dokie. That's all I wanted. Also, congratulations.
Well, thank you. One thing I know about Dr. Coakley is whenever you get chosen, you also get chosen for some more work and responsibility. So I'm sure that's coming down the pike as well. However, but whatever we find out, we'll definitely communicate, and this will be the first place that we communicate. Definitely you want to be on these calls for anything that we may find out. All right. Any other issues, questions, comments, or concerns?
And do we have anybody using Tremanity for travel and dealing with Firebuzz? I was trying to get some information for a young man in Hawaii, and they didn't have half the hotels that we had on Vortex.
I don't understand your question.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Tremanity uses Firebuzz.
Right.
Fairbuzz.
Yeah. And they don't have half of the hotels. Well, I was looking in Hawaii that Vortex has.
Then why not use the Vortex?
Well, I'm just saying I was going to look at Firebuzz and Vortex, and I'll have to use Vortex, but I have to get the person to sign up to use Vortex.
Who is this for?
A client, prospective client that I had. Yeah.
You go to that.
You doing a quote in Vax? You trying to do a quote?
No.
I was looking for hotels. Yeah.
Then why are you doing that through Tremanity? You're a travel agent. Why aren't you using, like Michelle said, Vax Vacation Access or one of the vendors?
Yeah, I've been looking for Vax password from Tremanity for 2 weeks now, and they said that they were so backed up that they couldn't get me the password for Vax Vacation.
You sent them an email?
Sent them an email through the representative, that we normally set. They sent me back a support ticket saying that they were backed up and
What?
they couldn't
What?
get me the password.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, their
That's been
service is
that's
limited
been
now
two weeks. Yeah. What you say?
because both Jim and Barb are now gone from Travel Management. So I think her name is Sierra. She's handling like all these requests and special things that's required if that's any consolation. But yeah, I can see why they are backed up in certain requests that you may need right now because both Jim and Barb have now retired.
Mhm. Okay.
Well, this is my first time hearing about that. And so that's still weird that it would take 3 weeks. And so you actually put a ticket.
Yes. Wrote a ticket and also did an email. And they sent back on my ticket that they were having a hard time catching up with the number of people requesting it.
Okay. Well, I would suggest that you call. I don't know what to do if Trav. I would suggest that you actually do another ticket or call but I know that the support was limited, but I thought that they had ample support. So what we will do is anyone else having an issue where you're not? Okay.
I mean, yes, it took a while for them to respond. I think it was like over a week, but I sent a follow-up email just to find out the status. And I think 2 days later, I got my registration.
Okay, well, Mr. Sam, I suggest
I'll put another one in.
that you follow up, and we will mention it as well, and just ask what was I actually will text Dr. Coakley tonight, or no, not. I'll probably, that's operations, so I'll probably text Clint and just say and let him know that it's taken a while, and see if they're, they may be in the process of hiring someone. So, but definitely, but that's good to know. But hang in there, and anything I find out, I'll let you know. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Any more issues, questions, comments, or concerns? That's what this call is for.
Well, Sam, this is for a close friend or a client, or who's this for?
Yeah, he's a close friend of mine. Yeah.
Well,
I could put him on
close friend.
Well, close enough. Yeah, I could put him on my account.
I was getting ready to say, book it through your wholesale membership, and then just upcharge it,
Right.
it a little bit.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yep, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
That's right.
And that way, he's getting a good price. So absolutely. I don't know about the flight, but definitely the hotel and stuff.
Well,
Awesome. Well, that's good to know that. So you guys that haven't actually had that issue, now you're finding that there are different ways that you can approach it. That, okay, if Travel Management, and that's the great thing about our business, that we still have the Vortex that you can send people to. And then if you can't get in touch with VAX, you can add that person to your membership for a limited amount of time. Book it, get their information, book it, and you can actually add a markup to it.
Right.
And get paid that way as well. So that's always good.
Right.
All right. So that's a great thing. You don't have to sleep on your money. Just go ahead and make it happen. If plan A doesn't work, you got plan B, C, and D. All right, then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this evening. Were there any more issues, questions, comments, or concerns?
I was going to ask the Travel King if he had anything to add, but he's bounced off.
Yep. We are 5 minutes over. And so I want to thank everybody for your participation, jumping on the call tonight. And please make sure that you're jumping on, and also make sure that
I have one other thing to add. Sorry. Is everybody here on this call aware that you have access to get on the mentorship call on Saturdays? How many people are getting on the mentorship calls? for Dr. Coke.
Isn't that the team builder call?
Yeah, the team builder call.
Don't you have to be a team builder?
I think it's open to everybody now. I think they opened it up. I know when it
Oh.
first started, it was team builder, but I think, well, okay, even if that's the case.
I don't think everybody gets the link, Nick.
Right, because you have to get an email.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
I
we get it.
don't know why I thought they had changed it one time.
And I think the Wednesday morning call, everybody can get on that. Plus, the calls in the back office, there are calls that are recorded in the back office. Everybody can access that. But that Saturday morning call is a team builder call. And I think they send the link only to team builders.
Okay. Well, one thing about that was presented this past weekend is that we have the tools that are set up for us. Dr. Coakley was stressing, please, 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 please use the videos. Use the videos to pique people's interest. Then invite them to get on a Zoom or invite them to a weekly meeting. Let the tools work for you, which is what our system is. Utilize the system, and those people who are utilizing the system are getting the better results. So that was just something that he stressed.
Another thing that he stressed too, and Nick and I have really been trying to put this in place. And he said it again when they launched the new presentation. He said that, hey, the presentation should be 30 minutes. And another thing he talked about was like Jock Johnson and the people that are winning are not doing long presentations. They're not taking an hour, 45 minutes for a presentation. So he said, okay, you don't have to read everything on the slide. You're really just talking to make it a conversation and speak to the prospect. And that's the way they're able to just, because, and one of the things too is that one of the things he says, and I definitely can relate to this. He says at the end, if they're saying, oh, I got to think about it, or it's so much information, then perhaps we've talked too much. We've given them too much information, because this is not a hard concept. So he said, kind of streamline it, maybe read a line off of every slide and keep it moving. And when they get started in the business, they will get their questions answered. Don't try to answer all these questions or try to give people all of this information before they get started. And so that was one of the things he trained on. And I thought it really made sense. So Jock Johnson, they're turning people and they're doing quick presentations. Hey, this is it. They're talking about, hey, what did you like best? And they're talking about what you like best, what they can do. They're doing their testimonies, because really the people relate to the testimonies. And so the testimonies are more important, because people will understand with the excitement and everything, because facts tell, and
stories sell.
Stories sell. So don't worry about reading the entire presentation. Don't worry about that. And so Michelle McDaniel will have her debut this month, or next month. Next month in May, she will be doing the presentation at the weekly meeting. We are so proud of her. And so Michelle just practiced. And the great thing about it is, if you miss something, that's even better. If you miss something, just keep going, get through the presentation, because it shouldn't be this long. It shouldn't be a long, drawn out. We're taking too long. And it doesn't take that long to make a decision. So please try to get your presentation down to at least 30 minutes, and let's move on, do the testimonies, get their questions answered, and then let's go ahead. And if we do that, if we get the presentation within that 30 minutes, then we can definitely, get their questions answered, feel the excitement, and like we did tonight, get them signed up. So just that's something else to think about. And if we're going to record the presentation as well. So with that being said, y'all, it is time for
One
us
thing
to,
to add, one more thing to add. And if you don't have a testimony or story, then use your upline. Just like when we first got started, we didn't have a story. So our mentor was Charisse Corbin, $10,000 bonus earner, Wharton School of Business grad. So we were working with her. And then once we were able to get our story, then we could tell our story. Remember now, with this power line, everybody who hits the power line is part of your team. So you can say your mentor, Vince just hit $42,000 with the commissions. You can share that. The people that you're working with, the folks on your team, tell their story until you build your story.
there you go. There you go. All right, then. Well, everybody, I want to thank y'all so much for joining us on the call. One last call. Were there any issues, questions, comments, or concerns? All right. Well, y'all, good night. God bless. And we look forward to seeing y'all on the same line, same time next week. And we'll have some more updates for you. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.
And make sure you have your questions. If you have any questions, this is what this is all about. This is your time to be with us to ask questions.
Good night, everybody.
Just left.
I'll bring him some questions next week.
I'm not
do,
just saying
please,
bring
please,
questions.
please.
Bring questions that we can answer. That's going to help
Oh,
you.
you can answer them. You can answer them. Yeah. I'll see you Friday, Ann.
All right. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
Y'all have a good night.
All
You
right.
too.
Okay.